One form of transportation that I use regularly is the subway. I use it almost every day to get to work and to run errands around the city. I typically take the subway to various locations within New York City, including Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens. One thing that I like about the subway is its convenience and efficiency. The subway is often faster than other forms of transportation, especially during rush hour when traffic can be heavy. I also appreciate that the subway runs 24 hours a day, which makes it easy to get around the city at any time. However, there are also things that I dislike about the subway. One of the biggest issues is overcrowding, especially during peak hours. It can be difficult to find a seat, or even to stand comfortably in the crowded cars. Additionally, there are occasional delays or service disruptions, which can be frustrating when I'm in a hurry. One form of transportation that I use regularly is my bicycle. I try to use it as often as possible to get around the city, especially during the warmer months of the year. I typically use my bike to go to work, run errands, and explore different neighborhoods in the city. One thing that I like about my bike is the sense of freedom and independence that it gives me. I love being able to move quickly and efficiently through the city, and I appreciate that I don't have to worry about parking or traffic. I also enjoy the exercise and fresh air that I get from cycling. However, there are also things that I dislike about cycling in the city. One of the biggest issues is safety, as there are often cars and pedestrians that don't pay attention to cyclists. I also find it challenging to navigate some of the busiest streets and intersections, and I have had a few close calls with cars and other cyclists. One form of transportation that I use regularly is my car. I use it several times a week to run errands, visit friends and family, and go on road trips. I typically use my car to travel within a few hours radius of my home, including nearby cities and towns. One thing that I like about my car is the convenience and comfort that it provides. I appreciate being able to control the temperature and music, and I like being able to carry a lot of things with me, like groceries or luggage. I also enjoy the flexibility that comes with having my own vehicle. However, there are also things that I dislike about driving. One of the biggest issues is traffic, which can be frustrating and time-consuming. I also find it stressful to navigate unfamiliar roads and highways, especially when there is construction or other obstacles. Additionally, I'm aware that driving a car contributes to pollution and climate change, which is something that concerns me. One form of transportation that I use regularly is the bus. I use it a few times a week to get to work and to run errands around the city. I typically take the bus to different neighborhoods within the city, including areas that are farther away from my home. One thing that I like about the bus is its affordability and accessibility. Bus fares are usually much cheaper than other forms of transportation, and there are many different bus routes that cover a wide range of locations. I also appreciate that I don't have to worry about parking or traffic when I take the bus. However, there are also things that I dislike about taking the bus. One of the biggest issues is unpredictability, as buses can sometimes be late or get stuck in traffic. I also find it uncomfortable to stand for long periods of time, especially during rush hour when the bus is crowded. Additionally, some buses can be dirty or unpleasant, which is not ideal. One form of transportation that I use regularly is the train. I use it a few times a month to travel to other cities or visit friends and family. I typically take the train to destinations that are several hours away from my home. One thing that I like about the train is the comfort and convenience that it provides. I appreciate being able to sit in a comfortable seat and relax while I travel, and I enjoy the views of the countryside or cityscape that I get from the window. I also appreciate that trains often have amenities like food and drinks, and that I don't have to worry about navigating or parking my car. However, there are also things that I dislike about taking the train. One of the biggest issues is the cost, as train tickets can often be more expensive than other forms of transportation. I also find it frustrating when trains are delayed or cancelled, which can disrupt my travel plans. Additionally, some trains can be noisy or crowded, which can make it difficult to relax or get work done.